stopped with correlation. Okay, correlation method was the last the topic we talked about. Okay, so is there clarity about what correlation they mean by? Correlation.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah, what it mean by correlation? So as we already or generally we do, okay, we get back to the old topic, then we start with the new one. Okay, so correlation, okay, coexistence. And also we talked about it can be positive, negative, and no correlation. Okay, can I get an example of what they mean by positive correlation?
When gold rate increases, we are not going to buy more gold.
Okay. So Varma, is it positive, negative, neutral?
That's actually negative, sir.
Good. One increasing, the other one is
Decreasing.
decreasing. Good. Okay. They are going in the opposite, negative. Okay. What's the other one?
Both increasing is positive, sir.
Good. Example.
Example, study, tuition and studying hard and effect is the same.
Okay. It can be an extra hour or you're working. Okay. Or doing a better preparation, more preparation. So expecting more marks or getting a good marks is a positive. Okay. Correlation. Okay. The more you prepare, the more good marks you get. Okay. Good. The next, what is this? No correlation. Okay, no connection. In no way they are getting effect. Okay, so either one is increasing, the other one is decreasing, or whatever it will. They are no way in association. Like for example, temperature increasing, etc., and prices of the commodities, etc. Okay, in no way they are related like that. Okay, the one which is having a zero or no effect or no association can be called as no correlation. Okay, so generally this correlation value would be ranging from +1 to okay minus. Okay, in between would be, if I say +1 to the -1, so in between what it would be?
Zero.
Zero.
0. Good. So when the value is from 0 to 1, so I can say it is a positive correlation. When it is coming to negative side, what I can call it as?
Negative.
Negative. Simple. Okay. So if 1 is the limit, so can I predict? So how strong the association is? Can I do that? Okay. Can I do that? If it is 0.5, okay, 0.50 or off what we call. So how much we can say? How much it is correlated? Or in simple terms, if it is like a 10, so out of 10, if it is 5, how much it is?
+5.
Out of 10, if it is 5, it is average or moderate. Can I tell that?
Yeah.
When it is when it is increasing from 5, like 6, 7, 8, 9, can I say they are very strongly positive correlated?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how, based on the value also, we can tell how closely they are associated.
Okay.
Okay, so this is with regard to correlation method. Okay, now we will start with the block 2, which is about the biological basis of behavior. So unit 4 we will be talking about. Okay, under unit 4, so generally we talk about neuron, okay, nature of nerve conduction and nerve transmission, then the nervous system. Okay, so this particular block it is trying to look at, so what is the neural basis, or what is the biological basis? In general, what biology means?
Study of human body.
Yes.
Or
So human
animal.
body or human parts and its impact on what? Behavior of a
Person.
person. Okay. So especially in this unit 4, so we would be talking especially about the neural basis of behavior. So when I say neural, so what all can be under neural?
CNS, PNS, neurons, nerves.
So we're talking about nervous system, neural basis. Just remember this. When I'm saying it is a neural basis, so I'm talking about nervous system and its impact on behavior of a person. So what is neural basis is talking about?
Nervous system.
In simple terms, nervous system. Okay. So nervous system is divided into, or got idea about like nervous system. So what is nervous system? How it is? Any idea about this one? So maybe at the school level you might have studied nervous system. Okay, different biological systems you might have studied about.
Yes, sir.
The nervous system consists of
Neuron.
good nerve cells. Okay, so when we're talking about one particular nerve cell, it is a neuron. So basic unit of, or the functional unit of nervous system is a neuron. So billions of neurons together, they form the complete nervous system. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Like drop of water, they make a ocean or a sea. In the same way, our nervous system is made up of billions of
Billions of
neurons.
neurons.
So that is the reason under neural basis of behavior. So we would be talking about or looking at what a neuron is. So what are the parts of neuron? Because it is the basic or the building block of the nervous system. So then we will look at nervous system, how it is divided, etc. Okay. So I will try to share you a neuron or a nerve cell. Yeah, is this okay now? Can you all see this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a structure of a nerve cell. Simple. So I have not taken from anywhere. It's given in the book also. Okay, the other thing, yeah, I have downloaded it from the Google also. So you don't worry. If it is not visible also, you need not worry. Because you can also download and you can check it afterwards. Okay. So what all you can see in this? Yeah, is this okay now? This much of zooming?
Okay, sir. Sir, we can zoom in your phone also, sir.
Good then, good. Okay, because it's getting a little bit. Losing that. Good, Jayasri, don't draw. Good.
Sorry, sir.
Good. So everyone, whatever you do, we can find it out. Okay, don't do that. Okay, it's for a teacher to do that. Okay, generally I don't do that. Yeah, just look at the structure of a neuron or a nerve cell. So what all you can see? Who is that? Someone talking. Yeah, up to here it is one neuron. So it is getting connected to the second neuron. Simple. Don't get confused. Okay, or if not, Yeah, what all you can see? Just tell me.
Dendrite, cell body, axon, million sheet, synapse.
Okay, if not, this is the correct one. Chalo, done. Okay, what all visible to you? Dendrite, cell body, axon. They're calling it as a myelin sheath. Then you can see synapse. Okay, you got any idea about this one? So it's already
Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
start, yeah, you studied at as I said, no, basic levels also. Different
Last
systems.
class.
Yeah, different systems when we study, no, maybe I think it's at the 10th class level, I guess. Or maybe it's a schooling level only, you might have studied, but maybe uh, because of time, okay, you got, or it might have got faded. Okay, just look at that. So each neuron have a cell body. So if you tell cell, how many types of cells can be? Dead cell and a living cell. So living cell will have what?
nucleus.
Good. So are we going very deep to basic levels? Okay. So here every living cell will have a nucleus. Okay, nucleus is like a heart, okay, or a brain, what you call as a vital part which will control the entire. Okay, which will control. Okay, just hold on, no.
Is anybody having the notes sir has been dictating? If anyone has it, can you please upload at the group, please?
Yeah. So call was from the department. Okay. So they were confirming about the PG offline classes. Yeah. So as we can see, so a neuron have a cell body. So all living cells will have a
Nucleus.
nucleus. Okay. For the yes, someone is talking, but don't talk. Okay, for the survival. So what they have? Cell, nucleus. So how nutrition, etc. is provided? Fluid would be there. Cell fluid. Okay, so fluid and all that. Okay, nutrition would be provided. So this is about the cell. So cell body. So from the cell body, you can see a part called axon. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So axon,
Yes, sir.
yeah, axon is the part which is used for conduction of nerve impulses from one axon to the other axon. So this is other axon. If not, let me use the pen. So this is the other axon. So from here to here, okay, for the conduction of nerve impulses, there is a part called axon. Can you see this? Axon. Okay, up to here. Up to axon, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. On axon, can you see this? A sheet. What is the name of the sheet?
Myelin sheet.
Myelin
Sheet.
Nylon sheet, huh?
sheet.
Myelin sheet, sir.
Yeah, myelin sheet. Okay, just I was kidding. Okay, so myelin sheet, okay, it is a lipid or a fat coating. Just think about what can be the purpose of this one. For example, just think about a wire. So wire is used for what?
Conduction of electricity.
Yeah, conduction or passing of electricity from, okay, one place to the other one, or one circuit to the other circuit. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on wires, what we are seeing, how safe they are, or what is make them safe? Insulation,
Yes, sir.
the plastic material, like the red color, blue color, whatever we see, yellow colors, the plastic coating. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yeah, so this is the beauty of the nature. Okay, so the so-called minute neuron is also made up of the insulation. So as they conduct nerve impulses, so to make sure that they don't get mixed up with the other, okay, nerve, and also to prevent, okay, leakage of this. Yeah, just look at the sounds. Okay, very bad. Okay, and also to prevent loss of this particular inputs, and to make sure that they reach in the full form, in the correct form. So they have a coating, fat or a lipid coating, which is called as myelin sheath. Clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Once again, sir.
So as
Can't
we
reach
have,
your.
really, my voice,
Yes, sir.
is any problem with my voice?
No, sir. It's full
No,
clear.
sir.
It's
Yeah.
not clear, sir.
You check your internet. You check your internet.
Sir, which page?
If you only have a problem, just check your internet.
Okay, sir. Page number 56.
Okay.
Okay, so as we have wires conduction of electric impulses or electric charge. So these nerve impulses are also, okay, transmitted in nerve impulses or electric charges only. So as we have wires with insulation, that is the plastic coating on that, to prevent shock as well as to prevent, okay, loss of power, and to make sure that the power is, or the electric charge is transmitted in the correct form throughout the wire. So in the same way, we also have, okay, a lipid or a fat coating on axon. So that coating is called as myelin sheath. Okay, so axon, they have, okay, branches, branch like structures, which are called as dendrites. What are they called as?
Dendrite.
Dendrites.
Dendrites.
Okay, at the end of the axon we have this, okay, axon terminals. These are called as axon terminals. Okay, it's getting bit difficult to write. Okay, so they're called as axon terminals. So these axon terminals will connect with, so what we have attached to axon or the cell body, what we have?
Dendrites.
Dendrites. Good, okay.
Dendrites.
So these terminals, axon terminals, will connect to the other, okay, to the other dendrites of another axon. So at this point, so this point is called as synapse. What is that point is called as?
Synapse.
Synapse. Okay, so axon have a myelin sheath. It is a tube-like structure or an elongated part. Okay, its main function is to conduct, okay, nerve impulses from one axon to the next axon. Okay, so axon have terminals, axon terminals at the end, okay, or a branch-like structures with which it will connect to the dendroids of another axon. Okay, the meeting point or the point where they meet is called as synapse. Okay, do we sense all the time these impulses, or whenever there is sensation then only we will recognize. So how this happens generally? If there is anything pricking, then only you sense as a pain, or you all the time you sense as a pain.
Only when there is a stimuli.
Good. Okay. So at synapses, they are not touched. Just look at this. They are not touched, so there would be gap in that. Okay? So whenever there is a sensation, for example, when something is pricking, to conduct that particular nerve impulse of a pain, so this particular axon dendrites will release a chemical compound. That chemical compound will get activated, stimulated. Then this particular, okay, dendroids here and these terminal buds, they connect. Only when there is a sensation. Just look at this. Before that, or when there is no excitation, they would be normal. So when there is a sensation, they get connected, and this is how impulses from one axon or from one neuron, it will pass on to the other neuron. If there is no excitation, it will, okay, no contact would be there. When there is a sensation, they get, okay, like this contact. Then the nerve impulse from this axon will carry on to the other axon with the help of this terminal, okay, axon terminals and dendrites of another cell. And this is how nerve impulses would be carried out throughout our body, and they will reach the brain. Up here it's clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, this is called synapse. This is called synaptic cleft, they call the gap. Okay, so whenever there is only excitation or whenever there is a stimulus, okay, to carry that, they get excited. Okay, they release the chemical compounds. Okay, like they call it as neurotransmitters. Okay, so these neurotransmitters are charged particles. Though they excite these terminals, then they touch, then only it will pass from one axon to the other axon, and this is how the nerve impulses would be carried out throughout the nervous system. Up here it's okay?
Sir, can you explain me once again what is synapse and synapse cleft?
Yeah, synapses is a place where, okay, axon terminals of one neuron will come in contact with the axons of or dendrites of the other neuron.
Okay, sir.
The meeting point, simply, where one axon will come in touch with the other axon. That is called as synapse. And the gap is called synaptic cleft, etc. So once they're getting excited, then only they will touch, they will pass the information. If not, they will be at relaxed place and no contact would be there. So this is with regard to a nerve cell. Okay. So what is a nerve? What are the nerve parts? You got any clarity?
Yes, sir.
Simple. Cell body, axon, axon last will be axon terminals. So this cell body will have dendroids, or what we call as a axon dendroids. Okay, so dendroids of one axon will come in touch with the terminals, axon terminals of another one, and this is how nerve impulses would be carried from one part to the other part. Okay, so how these particular nerve impulses are carried? As I said, so these nerve impulses are carried from one nerve to the another nerve, okay, with a principle called as, okay, all or none. Please write down all or none, which means that, so when there is a sensation of certain required amount, then only we are able to sense that. Okay, for example, when you walk barefooted, etc. Okay, can we sense all the things what we're touching, or only the things which are making an effect, impact? Like maybe the sharp objects, or like for example. You getting me? So
Yes, sir.
this nervous system, so they conduct nerve impulses which are electric charges, okay, making sure that if it is having certain amount of required magnitude, which they called as a threshold. Please write down a word called threshold. Okay, generally, these are psychophysics methods, what they call, okay, making use of physics in the psych. Okay, conduction of electricity and all that, okay, from physics they have taken, so they come under psychophysics, okay, which simply means that if a sensation is having a minimum required amount of impacting or a sensation, then only we are sensing. If it is not up to the mark, okay, it not sensed at all. So to the body or the nervous system to sense a sensation, for example a pain, it should be of certain magnitude. That is the reason we are not sensing all the pains. If it is of certain required amount, then only we are sensing it. That is the reason we are unnoticed of many things, and which can create a pain, that only we are sensing. So whatever we coming across, we are not able to sense. And just think about, if you are start sensing everything, can we survive?
No, sir.
So how messy it would be? You getting me?
Yes.
So how our body
Yes, sir.
functions, or how beautifully it has been designed. Only if it can have an impact, only those signals or nerve impulses are sensed. Okay, that minimum required amount is called as a threshold. So whichever is touching that particular threshold, that only would be sensed. Which are below the threshold are not sensed. They are unnoticed because they are not having any impact on the body. They go unnoticed. So all or none in the sense. So if there is an excitation or if there is a sensation, so if it is having the required amount or threshold, if it is touching, only that would be sensed. The other things will go unnoticed. In other words, we can tell that if it is having a full capacity to get sensed, then only it would be sensed and transmitted in the nervous system. So nervous system won't, okay, conduct the signals which are weak, which are strong enough to have an impact on the body, that only would be sensed, in simple terms. That is the reason they call full, which if it can transmit the full sensation, then only it will sense. If not, it won't sense at all. All or none. It's not that some part is sensed and other part no. If it is having the full capacity, or what we call as a minimum required magnitude or minimum required pain, for example, then only it will sense. If not, it will go unnoticed. So once it is sensed, as we talked about, so it will pass through the axon terminals. Okay, there it get excited. Okay, they release neurotransmitters, chemical compounds called
Transmitters.
neurotransmitters. Yeah, these neurotransmitters, for example, acetylcholine, etc. Okay, they get excited. Then at the synapse, they come in touch with the, okay, the dendrites of another axon, and the signals would be carried from one neuron to the other neuron, and this conduction will happen in few seconds of time, seconds and milliseconds. So how fast it will? You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Something is coming to the eyes, etc. Suddenly you will give a reflex action or some pain kind of thing. Just if you move to a heating body, like etc., suddenly you will sense that within, okay, milliseconds. So how quickly these nerve impulses are carried from that particular organ. For example, like maybe a hand, if you touch that particular thing, so from that it is getting carried to the brain, and immediately the brain will send
Message to the hand.
yes completely, and just immediately you will take it out. You agree with all these things?
Yes, sir.
So how this completely sensed without any confusion, without any mixing up? Okay, that is because of the myelin sheath. So there is a coating on axon, so which will prevent, okay, the prevention of message. Message is not getting, okay, leaked or getting messed up with other one, and also as it is getting conducted or when it is traveling also, with what power or magnitude it is starting, to make sure that that power is not getting leaked or the power is not reduced. So it is having a preventive code, so that in what way, with what magnitude it got excited, so it will reach with that magnitude only to the nervous system, that is the central nervous system, then it reflects back to that particular part. Up to it, it's okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, this neurotransmitters and their functions, I think this is very important. It may come in the exam, the table.
Yes, they have given a table. Just tell the page number so that other people will note down.
Sir, the page number is 59.
Hey,
Sir,
note down.
మాకు books ఇవ్వలేదు.
Okay, they will, or you can go and collect them. Okay, you talk to them. Okay, they will give you, because as part of the course, no, they will give you. Or please write on page number 59. Okay, so acetylcholine, dopamine, endorphin, okay, gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA, norepinephrine, serotonin. So these all are the different, okay, neurotransmitters released from different parts of the brain, and they have different, okay, functions also. Based on the function, based on the sensation, okay, at the required time they are released, and this is how nerve impulses are carried throughout our body. So this is with regard to nerve structure and the chemical compounds which are called as neurotransmitters. Okay, then we will try to look at the nervous system. Okay, so if I zoom more now, it's getting blurred. Yeah, so nervous system. So nervous system is divided into how many parts?
CNS and CNS.
2 parts, sir.
Good. The first one?
The first one is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system.
Okay, good. Okay, the one who is new or one who is not aware of this, okay, let me tell them. Okay, nervous system divided into 2 parts. First, central nervous system. Okay, the central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. I repeat, brain and spinal cord. Peripheral is rest of the things. As simple as that. Other than brain and spinal cord, the other would be peripheral nervous system. Up to here, it's okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nervous system, central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Brain, spinal cord. The rest of the things will come under peripheral nervous system. Okay, again, peripheral nervous system is divided into somatic nervous system. Okay, if it is not clear, okay, let me tell. Okay, somatic, SOMATIC. Somatic nervous system, then autonomic nervous system. Auto, AUTO, autonomic, NOMIC, autonomic nervous system. Okay, somatic, soma is body. Okay, somatic nervous system. So body related, other than brain and spinal cord, what all will come under somatic nervous system? Hands, legs, etc. You agree with this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So simply how you remember, soma is body. So bodily related parts. Okay, so hands and legs. So other than hands and legs, or what we are voluntarily controlling. In simple terms, hands and legs can we control voluntarily?
Sir.
Okay, voluntary. What is automatic, autonomous, autonomic?
Involuntary.
Involuntary, as simple as that. So it's very easy. Once you organize the material, once you get to know, very simple. The things which are involuntary, which are not under our control, will come under autonomic nervous system. So at this point, I would like to know what all can be our involuntary movements.
Breathing.
Good, excellent.
Heartbeating.
Good. All internal, in simple terms.
Yes, sir.
All internal functions, can I say?
Yes, sir.
So, central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Other than brain and spinal cord, we call it as peripheral nervous system. And the peripheral nervous system is again divided into two. Somatic, that is
Autonomic.
voluntary. When we say voluntary, we have control on our hands, legs, etc. The things which are not under our control, involuntary, will become autonomic nervous system. Okay, again this autonomic nervous system is again divided into two. Please write down. Sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic. SYMPATHETIC. Okay, all these pictures are available on net. You need not worry. So sympathetic nervous system, and the other one is parasympathetic nervous system. Yeah, can you tell me what all the two things under autonomic nervous system?
Sympathetic nervous system.
Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system.
Sympathetic nervous system.
Okay, so when we talk about nervous system is made up of billions of neurons. So we looked at, okay, what is a nerve structure? So how information is carried from one neuron to the other neuron. Okay, so when it comes to types of nerves also, we have sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. Okay, so sensory is the one which will carry information, okay, to the brain. Motor nerves are the one which will reflex back. Okay, we have the other two combination of both, which is called as mixed nerves. Okay, so that is one part. Then when we talk about nervous system, the entire nervous system is divided into, okay, central nervous system. So central nervous system, we have brain.
Spinal.
The main controlling part is the brain. Then we have, okay, spinal cord, which will conduct nerve impulses from the central nervous system, that is brain, to the other body lower parts. Okay, so other than brain and spinal cord, peripheral nervous system, voluntary and involuntary. Even in involuntary, we have sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay, so what is the function of this sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system? Okay, for example, if there is a danger, emergency, what you do generally? Suddenly you have seen a dog chasing towards you.
You run away.
I run away.
Okay, good. What are the options that would be popping up in your mind?
Running away.
You have
Or else
looked,
hitting
yes,
it.
you have looked at that particular, okay, thing that is heading towards you. Okay, based on your memory, you identified it as a dog. Then you will look at, if it is any dog, you react in the same way.
No.
Okay, you try to check out whether it is a small one or a bigger one. If it is a smaller one, or if it is a weaker one, what you try to do? You try to
Hamper.
face it. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, you try to face it. Once you perceive that it cannot be handled,
It will bite.
yes, it is a bigger one, or it is very angry or furious, okay, that thing. Or for example, a snake or a lion or a wild animal, you try to face that, then you thinking of escaping. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this mode or this mechanism is called as fight or flight.
Light or
Good. Someone, I don't know, because I'm in a sharing mode. No, I can't see your face. Okay. Someone said, okay, fight or flight.
Right.
Either you're fighting it or you try to
Yeah.
fly away from it,
Yes.
escape from it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So either to face or especially to escape, fly. All of a sudden, what you do? Because there is not much time to think about. No, you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been into these particular situations actually?
Yes, sure.
If you are into these situations, no, then you will understand. So how much time you will be left with and how immediately you start getting into action, and within few seconds, so maybe how much distance you might have traveled or gone away. Okay, if you try to remember that, even if you get surprised, how this much of energy, how did I get all of a sudden? You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So we be
So that mechanism is being initiated by sympathetic nervous system. Automatic, involuntary, without our conscious effort and conscious knowledge. The body is prepared so much that you get so much of energy to escape from that situation. Okay, to get more energy or you require more energy to run away. So what all you need actually?
Energy.
Energy especially to the brain or to the legs,
next.
because you need to run away. No, you agree with that? So this is how automatically sympathetic nervous system will get activated. So it will stop digestion for a while. Hey, who is that? I'm not able to see them. Someone is talking. No? You take their name and ask them to mute. Who's that? Yeah. So digestion will stop. Okay. Breathing will increase. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Why breathing should increase? More
From the
Provide
oxygen.
energy.
More oxygen is required.
Yeah.
More oxygen is required
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
because oxygen, when it goes, okay, it gets split and all that. Okay, you know all that mechanism. So more oxygen is required. So for that, what heart would be beating normally or excited? To take more oxygen, what it is getting? The heart beating is getting increased. More of oxygen is going. Okay, so internally it will stop certain mechanisms temporarily, like digestion, etc., so that it will make more energy available to the legs, so that you get more energy to escape from that particular situation. Okay, like for example, our pupils get dilated or they would be beating rapidly, etc., and all that. So all the reserved of energy would be pumped towards that particular legs, etc., so that you try to escape that particular situation. So that is the reason in a emergency situation, so you try to get more energy, you either you walk or you run away to long distances in a few seconds, etc., okay, without the conscious effort, because the sympathetic nervous system is getting activated. It is making the body prepared to face the situation. Okay, so once that is been done, so will you be in that particular situation for a longer time?
No.
So once you sense that you have reached a safe place, then what will happen? The other mechanism, parasympathetic nervous system, will get activated. I repeat, parasympathetic nervous system will get activated. The complete opposite reaction will start taking place. For example, if heartbeat is increasing, so what would be the complete opposite one?
Relaxed state.
It is getting down because you no more require more oxygen. Okay, so this is how. Okay, so the heartbeat is getting reduced. So you reach to a normal state. And what is the other common thing we observe? What happens after a long run, etc.? Body get heated. So to cool down the body, what we experience generally?
Sweating.
Sweating. All over the body you get sweating. To bring down the temperature to the normal. So is it a voluntary or involuntary action? Do we control that?
Involuntary.
Involuntary. So completely one thing is prepared, making you, the other one is trying to get you to the normal, like sweating, etc. So that the body temperature will get reduced and it will reach normalcy. It is called as homeostasis. So body always try to maintain a normal situation. So it will always try to bring it down to the normal situation. So making it normal, balancing. That is parasympathetic nervous system. Then it will restore the other internal functions also, like Sandeep, don't do that. Yeah, we can know your name also. Don't do. Good. Is it boring?
No,
Shall I
sir.
stop?
Sir, no, sir.
Your friend Sandeep is getting bored, I guess. Sandeep, don't do. Yeah. So this is how the other mechanism, or the complete opposite mechanism, which will get activated, and it will try to bring down the excited state, okay, all activated state to the normal, so that the normalcy or our normal body functioning physiology is being established. So this principle is called as homeostasis. To maintain that, okay, we have sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. They have completely opposite, okay, mechanisms. Okay, sympathetic will prepare a body, so it is called as troubleshooting. So when there is a trouble, so the body is prepared to face that. Especially the mode is called as fight or flight mode. Okay, it will get activated with the help of this particular, okay, sympathetic nervous system. So they release certain chemical compounds which are called as hormones. Okay, we will talk in the next class. Hormonal basis of behavior. Okay,
Hormonal basis of-
yeah, the next one we will talk about that. Okay, so one is increasing, the other one is decreasing, so that normalcy is been established. Okay, so this is what our nervous system would be functioning. Appear it's clear?
Yes, sir.
So classification of nervous system. So how many parts we have? Nervous system divided into?
Two, sir.
Good. What all they?
Central
Sir,
nervous system, sir.
Peripheral nervous system.
Okay, central nervous system, brain. So brain is again divided into three parts. Okay, frontal. Okay. Okay. Etc. Frontal, forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain they call. Okay, so this is how the nervous system is divided into different systems, and each have a different function to perform. Okay, hope it was good and you understood it. So can
Yes,
we
sir.
stop here?
Sir,
Yes,
you
sir.
can share material in group, sir.
Yeah, I don't have a material, no.
Okay, sir.
You can share the picture in the group, no? That particular table, what we talked about. Okay.
Yeah, nervous system table is in the page 61.
Yeah, you can share that, no? Someone can take a picture and you can share that.
You can share
Especially,
the text in.
yeah, especially nervous cell and all that, no? You will get it on net. Structure of
Okay,
nerve,
sir.
maybe nervous system classification, all these things are available on the net. Okay. Chalo, see you all in the next class.
Sir, I still have a doubt. See, the gap between terminal of a neuron and other cell is known as synapse, but the
Synapse.
gap between terminal of a neuron and the inside of another neuron is called synaptic cleft. Both are the same, no, sir?
Yeah, synapse. This particular gap is called as synaptic cleft.
Okay.
That is the reason they have not mentioned in that. Okay. Synapse. The space between is called as synaptic cleft. That's it. Simple. Or you can remember as synapse. That's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
guys. Chalo, see you all.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, take care.
Hello.
Hello. Who
Anyone
is this?
share the group? Madam
Ye-
Srinivas, my name.
Yeah, Srinivas, you have to call up the study center. They are the admins, or you call, the study center will add you in the group. Will not be able to add you.
WhatsApp group is there, no, madam? Or otherwise,
Yeah,
share
that
the
is,
link.
in WhatsApp group, we are not the admins. The admins will add you up.
Okay, madam. Nizam College, Hyderabad is there, no, madam? Nizam College is study center. We will follow there, madam.
You are from Nizam College. You have to
Study
call
center,
up the
Nizam College.
admin. I'm giving
Okay,
you the
okay.
number. Just a minute. Please be online. I'm giving you the number. I'm giving
Please
you the
tell
number.
me.
You call up this person. He is the admin.
Okay, madam.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Write it down. Write it down. 96
96
765
765
950
950 84. Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay. His name is Kadir.